What's up guys, and welcome to the next installment of my how-to video editing tutorials. In this episode, we're gonna take a look into how I color grade my videos using Lumetri Color in Premiere Pro. So let's hop on over to the computer and check it out. Alrighty guys, so we've got our Premiere project opened up here and we've got our video clips pulled in, and this is the main video clip that we're working with here. So as you can see, it's pretty flat. It was shot in Cine D on my Lumix GH4. And we're basically just gonna be doing some small adjustments here to make sure that it looks better and gets to the point where we want it to look. The first thing that I'm always gonna do is open up an adjustment layer. This is something new that I recently started doing, and it's an easy way to affect an entire group of clips or one entire clip. So now that I've got my adjustment layer pulled onto the timeline, I'm gonna head over to Effects, and I'm gonna just search for Lumetri Color. I'm gonna go ahead and drag that onto my adjustment layer, open up the Effects Control tab, and now I can scroll down and I have this new drop-down effects that's Lumetri Color. The first thing that I'm always gonna do is go into Basic Correction and click on Auto. This is gonna auto adjust right off the bat and do what the computer thinks is the best fit for the video. And I'm gonna kind of scrub through and see how I like that. It is a little bit overexposed for me, kind of going for a little bit of a darker look, so I'm gonna knock that exposure down. And I am gonna bump the contrast up about 10. And again, this is all personal preference. If I'm using a clip that's a little bit darker, I'm gonna mess with the contrast going down into the negatives a little bit. If I'm using something that I have a little bit more room to play, I may bring up the contrast a little bit just to bring out those darker colors and make them pop. So I'm gonna close the Basic Correction tab and go ahead and open up Creative. Under Creative, we have a lot of different things that we can do. You can put in these preset LUTs that are here, which is something that I used to do, but more recently I've been messing around with some more individualized changes with the video and the color. One thing that I like to do is go ahead and sharpen everything up, so I'm gonna change this from 0 to 35. You wanna be careful with that sharpen effect because it can give a little bit of a grainy look to your video if you go too high with that. But I found keeping it from 30 to 50, depending on the video quality, works out pretty well. From there, I'm gonna close Creative and I'm gonna open up Color, Wheels, and Match. This is where the bulk of my color grading is gonna come into play. Here we have midtones, shadows, and highlights. The first thing I'm gonna do with this particular video is I'm gonna bump up the midtones, get them into that orange, red area. I'm going to take the shadows and bring them down into that blue teal area. And then for highlights, this is going to depend on a case-by-case basis. For this case, I do want to make the graffiti in the back of this video pop a little bit. So I am going to add a little bit more red using the highlight. Now, as you can see, if we turn this adjustment layer off, that's what we started with, and this is where we're at right now. So you can see that we're already bringing out a lot of the colors that are in the background. We're giving the video a little bit more depth, and we're also giving it that quote-unquote cinematic look that you see in a lot of videos with that orange and teal. I'm gonna throw up a screen grab of these two looks really quickly. So as you can see, we are bringing out, again, we're bringing out a lot of those colors. We're giving a little bit of depth to the background of the image. We're bringing out those beams and this overpass. And we're also popping up the graffiti, which was a really big point for the client that I was shooting this video for. And from there, I'm just gonna kind of play a little bit more and see what starts to look good. I may bring these midtones down using this little toggle on the left-hand side of the midtone wheel. That's again gonna give a little bit more contrast to the video, bring out some of those shadows a little bit more. And we're getting a little bit closer and closer to where we wanna be with this particular video. And from there, that's pretty much it. Once I get to a point where I like the way it looks, I'll just collapse all of these tabs and my Lumetri Color is good to go. Alrighty guys, that's it. A quick and dirty tutorial on how I color grade in Premiere Pro using the Lumetri Color Effects tool. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below and be sure to click subscribe for more videos. The next video that I'm going to be doing is a what's in my backpack video. Take a look at some of the gear that I use and some of the things that I use on my shoots and on a daily basis. I hope you have a great rest of your day. See you next time.